Hey guys, it's me again. I'm back to do another video review. Generally my video reviews tend to be on the slightly positive side, and I tend to try and find a criticism in the items that I review, but generally I tend to review things which come out good. Today's going to be slightly different. This is a review on something that is absolutely rubbish, and it's this. You're probably thinking, hold on a minute, that just looks like a normal USB Type-C. Well, for the best part it is, but it isn't at the same time. And what's different about this bit is magnetic and it's detachable. And you're probably thinking, like a MacBook, that's a pretty clever idea. Now, if it was made by Mac, then it probably would be a pretty clever idea because they would make this so that it actually works. This, in my experience, hasn't worked. So continue watching and I'll tell you why. So I bought this thinking, do you know what? It's going to be really handy. Sometimes you're using your phone or you fall asleep while your phone's on charge. And this is actually what happened to me the other day. So I fell asleep while my phone was on charge and it was in my bed. I rolled around and obviously I must have grabbed hold of the phone or the lead with my body somehow when I rolled. And I've rolled, it's pulled the cable, and then I've woken up with a charger that no longer works because I've just torn it in my sleep. So I thought, do you know what, a magnetic thing might work pretty well. It means it's easier to charge. And then I bought mine on a 3-meter cable so that in the eventuality that I am asleep in bed again like the other day and I don't put the phone on the bedside table, if I roll, it's got enough power, like cable length, that actually it's going to roll with me, or that this disconnects. I thought that was all good and well. Plugged it in, first night, it's got this LED. And this LED, I don't know, you might be able to just about tell, but it's blue, okay? And it's pretty bright at the moment, and this is still shining. This is either blue if it's charged, or red if it's charging. This is bright enough, I kid you not, to give my room a dim blue glow, or a dim red glow at night time, where I don't sleep, because it's really, really annoying. And it got to the point where I got a rubber band or some tape and I've literally rubber banded over it just so that it's not as bright as it is. Okay. The other thing is the functionality. So the functionality in concept is a great idea. In principle, fantastic idea. It doesn't actually work, and I'll tell you why. So I've got my phone, plug it in, okay, and it starts to charge. Works great, right? The issue that you have is, like a MacBook, it's magnetic, but the MacBook magnets are really strong. So actually, if there's a slight bit of jiggle or a little bit of movement, it's not going to disconnect. On this, if there's a slight bit of jiggle, this disconnects. Okay? So actually, I found when I was using this in bed, so I was on the phone, typing away or doing whatever, and I know you shouldn't, but I was, and whatever. But I was on the phone typing away, and I'm typing away like this, and this is just jiggling around. Okay? So with the slightest amount of movement, this comes off. It's magnetic, so eventually finds its way back around, but it keeps coming off. And it gets frustrating. Frustrating enough to the point where actually you just end up flinging it off, leaving it there, and then actually before bed you end up connecting it. Okay, the other thing I realised is, actually, if this is connected and I'm using the phone, it's constantly moving like this. So what it's doing is it's telling my phone, charging, not charging, charging, not charging, charging, not charging. What that then means is my phone is going through multiple cycles where it's getting power, then not getting power, getting power, then not getting power. That's going to degrade the phone's battery much quicker. So again, that's detrimental to the battery. The other thing is when you take this off, that's great. Okay, you can see that's come off. There's no USB Type-C end on there. Where is the USB Type-C? Inside the phone. How do I take it off? Now, I appreciate I don't have very long nails, but you can't actually take it off. The only way you can take it off, I found, is literally with my teeth. So I'd literally, because what's then happening in the morning is I'm getting up in the morning to go to work, and at work I don't have one of these magnetic chargers. So then I'm having to take this off, or otherwise I'm going to lose it, to then use the charger at work. And I guess in an ideal world, ideal ecosystem, whatever you want to call it, you'd have loads of these and very few of these, so that you just go around and you connect it and then disconnect it and it works. But it doesn't really work because it just disconnects. I also tried to use this in the car, and I went over a speed bump and this just connected. I went boom and it disconnected. So unfortunately for me, guys, it's going to be a 0-star review on this. I think these are absolutely useless, and if you do find yourself contemplating purchasing these, please don't, because they are useless. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.